Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video we will understand how to add guest in Google Calendar event. So here let's assume that I have created an event in Google Calendar. So here my objective is that I want to add guest for this event. Now to add the guest, I have created a jot form from where I am getting the details of the guest, and once the jot form is submitted, I want to add that person as a guest for this event in Google Calendar. So now to do this, I need to build an integration between these two applications, for which I will be using this amazing integration and automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger application will be jot form and my action application will be Google Calendar. So now whenever a new form submission will be done for the events that I have created in Google Calendar, then automatically that person will be added as a guest in Google Calendar for the event. So if you want to learn more about this, follow me through the screen. In this video, we will understand how to add guests in Google Calendar event. So here let's assume that I have created a pre-Christmas event in Google Calendar. So here my objective is to add the guest in Google Calendar who will submit this pre-Christmas event form created by using jot form. Now to do this, I need to build an integration between these two applications, for which I will be using Pabbly Connect. So here as an existing user, I'm going to sign in, but if you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm signing in. So this here is the all applications page by Pabbly. Here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. So this here is my dashboard, and to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I'm going to mention the name for my workflow, that will be add guests in Google Calendar event, and on my left hand side you can see that these are the folders that I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Google Calendar, and now I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I have arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. Basically, trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation and integration will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Action is an automated response of your trigger application, and in a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action. So now moving to my use case, that is to add guests in Google Calendar event. So now moving to my use case, that is to add guest in Google Calendar event. So here I'm adding the guest in my Google Calendar event who will fill the jot form that I have created for the pre-Christmas event. So here in my trigger window, my trigger application will be jot form, as I'm getting the form submission through jot form. And now the trigger event will be new response. So this trigger will start working whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission. So now moving to my action window, as I want to add the guest in Google Calendar. So here in this action window, I'm going to use Google Calendar as my action application. And now the action event will be to add guest to an event. So I'm selecting it. So once I've selected my action application and the action event along with my trigger application and the trigger event. So here my objective is that whenever there will be a form submission for the event, that is pre-Christmas event, then that person should be added as a guest in Google Calendar for the same event. So now to do this, firstly I need to establish a connection between Jotform and Pabbly Connect. So to do that, here a webhook URL is given, and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully, because this webhook URL will help you to connect your Jotform with Pabbly Connect. So to do this, I'm going to take you to my jot form. So here this is the jot form I've created by the name of event form. So this is the jot form. It consists of three details, that is the first name, last name and the email. So it goes as event form. Fill this form to become a part of our upcoming event on 23rd December 2023. So now I want to integrate this form with Pabbly Connect. So to do this, here I will go to settings. And in settings, I will go to integrations, and in integrations over here, I'm going to search for webhooks. So here it is. And now over here, you can see that here is a add webhook box given. So here from Pabbly Connect, I'm going to copy the webhook URL, and over here, I'm going to paste the same. So once I've added the webhook, I'm going to click on complete integration. So it says the integration is ready. You have successfully created your integration. That means JotForm and Pabbly Connect is connected. So now I'm going to take you to this form. So I'm going to publish. And here I'm going to open this in a new tab. So this is the form, and here I am going to do a test submission. So firstly in Pabbly Connect, you can see here it is waiting for a webhook response. That means now I have to do a test submission or record so the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So to do that, here in this event form that I've created by using JotForm, I'm going to mention the dummy details. So here I'm mentioning the name as dummy user and the email as dummyuser@pabblytunes.com. So now I'm going to submit this, and it says thank you, your submission has been received. Going back to Pabbly Connect, here you can see here I have received a response. So now scrolling down to the details that I have received, here you can see the email, here you can see the last name, and here is the first name. That means the form that has been submitted just now, the details is successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So the first step of this automation is set up. That means now whenever a new response will be received through JotForm, then automatically that response will get captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So as I've got the form response details over here in Pabbly Connect, now I want to add this person as a guest in my Google Calendar for this event. So to do this, firstly I need to establish a connection between Google Calendar and Pabbly. So I'm going to click on connect. And now to add a new connection, I just have to sign in with my Google account. So here I'm going to click on allow, as this is a secure access, and you can see that the authorization is successful. So here you can see Pabbly Connect and Google Calendar is successfully connected. So now moving to these details. Here I need to select the calendar, event and the guest. So now I'm going to take you to Google Calendar, and over here these are my calendars. So I want to add the guest in this calendar by the name of pre-Christmas event. So here the event is on 23rd and the time is 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So now for this event, I want to add the guest. So to do that, here in Pabbly Connect, firstly I'm going to select the calendar as pre-Christmas event. And now I'm going to select the event, as the event name is also pre-Christmas event. So here in Pabbly Connect, from this event drop down, I'm going to select the event. Once I've selected the calendar and the event, now I want to enter the guest. So over here, I need to mention the email address. So as I wanted that the person who is going to fill this pre-Christmas event jot form, I want to add that person as a guest in my Google Calendar for this event. So to do that, here I'm simply going to map the email ID for this guest. So I'm searching for the mail ID and here it is, and I've mapped it. So this method of mapping is important so that every time you will receive a new response with new data, so that data can be taken into consideration in this field. If I would have written this information manually, in that case this information would have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So as I've mapped the guest email ID, so here I'm going to click on save and send test request. And you can see I have received a response and here the status is confirmed. So that means this person has been added as a guest for the event in Google Calendar. So let me take you to Google Calendar. Over here, I'm going to refresh this for once. Again, I will go to this event. And now here you can see that a guest has been added. Here is the email ID of the guest that goes as dummyuser@pabblytunes.com. That means the person who has filled the pre-Christmas event jot form is successfully added as a guest in Google Calendar for the event that is for the pre-Christmas event. So this integration and automation is a successful one. That means now whenever a new response will be received for this pre-Christmas event, then automatically that person will be added as a guest in Google Calendar for the event. Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.